everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maria, and if you're new here, this is a bookish space where we yap a lot. I'm still working on a tagline. All you need to know really is we obsess about books, we obsess about caffeinated drinks, because all caffeinated drinks count, and we talk a lot. However, in today's video, we're not gonna yap that much. Well, knowing me, I probably will, but I'm a little bit behind on my favorite TBR. I've not read a single one of the TBR. And as I'm recording this, it is the 22nd of February. So we're going to see how many books can I read today, Sunday. We're starting, it's 11:38 right now. We're going to see how many books I can get through before midnight tonight. So a little bit more, depending on when I stop yapping, a little bit more than 12 hours. You could consider this a readathon because I will dedicate all day to reading. I don't know, I'm still holding this. My favorite way to read is to consume fully, commit, ham in, binge. So that's what we're doing today, binging books. I don't necessarily need to complete my TBR. However, it feels like a challenge, and with 7 books left and literally 7 days, 5 days, let's see if we can do it. So, but first we need to select which book to start with. I just finished an absolute banger of a book, My Friends by Frederick Backman. Do you know that moment in time where you're finishing a book, it was so good, you just need to like disassociate for half an hour staring into the wall? That was me this morning, which is why we're starting this video so late, because I was going to begin this morning and have the full day to it, but yeah. But I'll talk about that in my reading wrap up, so you have to wait for that. Well, actually, you probably will have seen it by the time this video comes out. I don't mind. But on the TBR, we have 2 fantasies. We have Quicksilver by Cathy Hart. I might not pick up I forgot how beautiful the papers are. Like, gorgeous, masterpiece, 10 out of 10. Give me 14 more of them. But the book is also over 600 pages. I also have The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon, which is also hefty. 600 pages as well? Nearly 600 pages. However, I do have 5 shorter-ish books on here. I say shorter-ish because they're like, yeah, they're shortish. So we have Old Enough by Haley Jacobson, which I think will be a very good choice after Frederick Backman, because it's also contemporary fiction based on a bisexual woman, I think, who's coming out in college and her experience being queer in a young school setting. I think that would be really interesting to pick up. I have Only Love Can Hurt Like This by Paige Toon. I fear this might make me an emotional wreck, and I might need something a little bit more upbeat after Frederick Backman. But I love Paige Toon though, and I know I'll eat that up. I also have Tangled Up in You by Christina Lauren. This is really short, like 311 pages. I could bang through this relatively quickly. Also, Taylor Jenkins Reid, Maybe in Another Life, another short. I think it's 350, 330, right? So that's also relatively short. Could get through. Like, if I pick 2 300-page books, I will definitely get through them today. And then I have Scythe and Sparrow by Bryn Weaver, the last one in the Ruinous Trilogy series, and I'll wrap that up then. This is 380 something. Yeah. So that might also be a choice. But I'm saying, like, I might also completely change gear and need fantasy and then go over. I love Samantha Shannon, and I do think I actually can't wait to pick up The Bone Season, because the Priory series is one of my favorite of all time. And I also really want to pick up Quicksilver. But I think if I want to binge a few books today, some of these might be a better option. But you know what? I think I'm going to start with a romance. I think I'm going to start with Tangled Up in You. Let's pick up our first read. I just went to leave the dogs out and I brought the book with me, and as I was reading, there comes a scene that I can't talk about because it's a spoiler. But basically I fucking guessed it. I guessed it, and we're literally 50 pages into it. This is exactly what I needed, a fluff piece, not super high stakes, not serious. It's fun. Oh, it started raining. I think we might make another coffee, a hot coffee this time, and crawl into bed while it rains. Oh, or maybe I'll go to the couch. I'll see. Actually, no, I'll probably stay here because it's warmer here than the rest of the house. But we're only 50 pages in, and it's an hour later. I've gotten distracted by my dog, as you do, but it's fun. I'm enjoying it. Like it was exactly what I needed after a really hard hitting book. Hello, Sammy, coming back in. Hey, dog. Did you not get enough cuddles? Yeah, it was exactly what I needed after the emotional roller coaster of My Friends. I might be moving into the room next door just because I'm a bit cold, and the thought of like sitting in bed cozy with the dogs sounds really nice. I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm about halfway through the book. We're page 138 out of 310? 312. So like we're nearly halfway through it. I'm reading a bit slow today actually, but I am getting distracted even though my phone's on Do Not Disturb. I have noise in my ears, but my dog is underneath the covers and I tend to cuddle her. I'm gonna give you a little update of this book. Obviously, Tangled Up in You is based on like Tangled, so like Rapunzel and Flynn Rider, and we just came to the scene. I don't know if you watched the movie, but like in the Disney movie, there's a scene where they're like in, I think it's called like the Snuggly Duckling or just something like that, and it's like all the ruffians and bad guys all in one group in this pub where they're all like he's taking her there to scare her off, basically to show her the reality of life. And we're having a scene like that. They're in a bar where they were going to get lunch and someone steals their wallet, and then her name is Ren in the book, stands up and starts telling puns while her rucksack is going around when she's asking for someone, whoever took it, to put it back in their back. And as she's waiting for the collection, she will tell some jokes. And she goes on to tell the worst dad jokes. And it's so it's so dumb, but like in the best way. I'm having an absolute hoot. This is exactly what I mean when I say a silly, goofy time. It's reminding me of the best of Tessa Bailey, the best of Elle Kennedy. Like, I'm really, really liking it, which is making it so much fun to just sit and sit and read. And I kind of want to watch Tangled now, which I think I will tonight. I might put it on the laptop and have while I'm reading, but again, that would distract me from actually reading. But this is so much fun and exactly what I needed. I think after this, I will go into, how big is the writing in this? Oh, that's a nice size. Okay, I think after that, nice flop. I'm going into a bit of a harder hitter again with Haley Jacobson's Old Enough, but I think this was the palate cleanser that I needed before going into that. That was all I wanted to say. Now I'm going to go back to Ren and Fitz. This is so much fun. I love reading. Guys, maybe I'm just a fucking Disney nerd, or this book is fantastic. I'm not saying that it's the most earth-shattering, mind-blowing piece of art. However, I'm having the time of my life. I'm having so much fun. I'm 50 pages away from finishing it, and I'm actually stunned at how much I'm enjoying this. So we're just gonna go ahead and finish it. But yeah, this is incredible. I'm having the best time. Someone outside, like, this is the reality of living in Ireland, right? I live in an estate. Someone's listening to an Eminem song, and you can just hear that. And I'm finding it really distracting because I can hear it. The joys of single glazed windows. I can't wait to move. Guys, that was so cute. Oh my god. That was so cute. I really liked it. I finished. This was so fun. I'm obsessed. I had the best time. What a hoot. Honestly. Tangled is one of my favorite Disney movies, so it makes sense I'd love it, but like, I didn't expect to love it this much. I actually genuinely think that's a 4-star, which is insane, because I typically don't rank these kind of fluff pieces that are not like super heavy hitting. Like, it's very rarely I rate silly goofy romances higher than like 3.5, but this was great. It was so much fun. I really want to read the rest of the series now, which the first one is Cinderella, then it's Belle, and then it's Ariel. So I definitely think I want to read the other books in this series. Book 1 done. I'm glad I moved into bed. I'm so comfy here. I was thinking ahead as well though, because I do have to other options that I was thinking I wanted to read today. And I think I'm going to pick up Old Enough by Haley Jacobson. I don't think I'll finish both of them, but I do think I'll finish one more book. It would be cool to finish 3, but I don't read that fast. But yeah, I think we're going to go with Old Enough. I actually think I'm going to go take off my makeup, put on eye patches, and get in my pajamas. That sounds really fun to me. Do you have something to say? But I am going to take off my makeup because I've worn it for a while now. Hello? Miss, not on camera. Jeez. This is YouTube. So I'm going to go do a bit of skincare for the evening and maybe put my hair in a braid instead of a bun because that's more comfy. So weirdly enough, the chapter here was in second person, I think it's called. I haven't read many books like that, but basically it was like you smiled at him. I'm like, that's a bit weird. And I don't know if I like it, but it's only like that was just one chapter. The other chapter is in first person. I don't know. We'll see. It is 6 o'clock though. I think I'm gonna go make some dinner. I have some plant-based Swedish meatballs made with pea protein and some rice, I think, and maybe some mixed veg. I don't really want to cook, but I'll probably see if I can find the audiobook of this, listen to it while I'm cooking then. But I have a roommate here and my partner, so I'm not going to record me prepping the food just because I want to respect them and their space as well. I can't wait to have my own house and actually be able to record all of that as much as I want. That's what we're going to do. So I will see you after dinner. I have an update. Oh, this lighting is awful. I'm about a little less than halfway through the book, and it's actually really difficult, right? Because it's both really heartwarming, fun, queer in the best way, and very much about someone finding her people and finding her place with her people. And at the same time, we're going over the trauma of past assault, her dealing with her PTSD from it, and slowly working through it while realizing where she's standing with her childhood best friend and her abuser, basically. And it's really fucking hard. You know, like it's kind of giving me whiplash going between like the moments that's making me giggle a little bit and like recognizing the people, the stereotypes, the fun little quirks from different types of people within the queer community that I've seen and experienced myself, but then also going over these really heartbreaking moments from the main character's past and the flashbacks that's happening in real time for her. It's just it's messing my mind up a little bit. But yeah, that is my status as of right now. It is now 8 p.m. I've definitely read a lot less than I thought I would, but that's also my own fault for literally getting distracted all the time. So yeah, we're going to try and lock in, and I'm going to finish this tonight at least. I would like to start the third book, but I probably won't. But I'll try. So stay tuned. I'm back with another update. I'm now 186 pages in, and it's only like 320 pages, right? So we're a little bit over halfway now, and I'm really enjoying it, right? Like, first off the bat, I'm really enjoying the writing style, and this is a debut from Haley Jacobson. So I'm really enjoying that. And I'm finding the present day relationships in her little queer community really lovely, and I'm catching myself giggling a lot, like reading it, not from like a giggly kicking my feet romantic kind of point of view, but more so in a this is really cute and wholesome, and I'm very much enjoying myself reading it. But then there's the relationship with her childhood friend, where she's really like struggling with the trauma that she's lived through as a teenager, and having to kind of not talk about it because it happened with someone in that friend's the childhood friend's family. And then like I feel kind of bad, right, for the childhood friend or the best friend, because she's really trying. As far like she might be a dick, but from what I've read so far, it just seems that the main character is not being entirely fair. Like, Savannah is not being entirely fair towards her childhood friend, and is having all these like doubts and struggles with their relationship. And I kind of wish that she would tell her childhood friend instead of just pretending. But maybe that's really the point of the story, that like we're going through of, the changes of friendship and growing apart and coming to term with that. Maybe that's the plot of it. But right now it's a little bit frustrating, because I think that she's almost leading on her childhood best friend by pretending everything is fine and handy dandy normal. Handy dandy normal. What the fuck am I saying? But yeah, anyway, I'm going to continue reading, and hopefully she'll cop on. That's my update. I'll get back to the book now. As you can see, it is now the next day because I fell asleep. So by the end, I did finish off Old Enough by Haley Jacobson, which was another 4-star. Mad that both of these could be 4 stars. What a day. And I actually did start Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid as well, but I only got like 20 pages into it before I passed out. So 2 books done in 11 hours and a bit. I'm pretty happy with that. I think that's as good as it's gonna get for me and for my reading speed. I really enjoyed these 2 books. You'll hear all about them in my reading wrap up, so stay tuned for that. Well, again, that will be out by the time this video is out. So if you haven't watched that, you should go watch it. But that is also the end of this reading vlog. I hope you enjoyed. This is my first proper like at home reading vlog, so let me know if there's anything you think should be different, if there's any critique or positive feedback. I'd love to hear it. All my socials and all that jazz is down in the description. Please do go find me on other social media. I'm a hoot. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I post videos on here every Friday. So if you like this kind of content, you should absolutely subscribe. I hope to see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye! I look like my brother with these glasses. Jesus.